Yo guys, welcome back to King Ols, and yes, this weekend Edgar Berlanga goes up against McCrory this weekend, and let's be honest here, this is an absolutely massive mismatch. The odds have got it a lot closer than this one actually should be. This is a mismatch. It honestly is another mismatch that Matchroom are putting out once again. Honestly, but to be honest with you, to be honest. Edgar Berlanga still needs to build his way up. Let's be real, he does. And, there are reasons behind it. Berlanga's not looking like an absolutely incredible talent, is he? If we're being completely honest, he's not. Berlanga would not match up well against, like, David Benavides, Canelo, Munguia, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe. I feel like Berlanga and John Ryder is interesting, but honestly, I don't think he matches up well against any of the really top guys in that super middleweight division. So, I do get why Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are kind of putting this fight together because, Berlanga does need to, get more experience and does need to improve on his game 100%. But, from Matchroom, we're seeing so many mismatches, and it'll be nice if we just saw like a big Matchroom card and then, these two on an undercard, because at the moment, Matchroom are putting out so many predictable and mismatches, predictable fights and mismatches they're putting out as main events, which is a shame. But I am looking forward to seeing Berlanga back in action. I hope for his sake he's been able to improve, to be fair, but I do want I do want McCrory to win, but I do think Berlanga's an interesting fighter, and he's certainly interesting to follow his career. I feel like this is an easy win for him, and it should be. This fight has been set up to be a fairly easy win for him. Let's be real. Who has McCrory really fought? No one really. Berlanga, he's building his way up. He beat Jason Quingley in his last one, dropped him 4 times, but there are still mistakes in this game when, you're comparing him to these proper elite guys in the super middleweight division. So Berlanga, he's got real power. He's got big power in his hands. This man is an extremely hard hitter. And he is one of the hardest hitters at super middleweight. 100% he is. And that's something you can't take away from him, is his power. And he sets up his KO shots really, really well, to be honest with you. The downside of him is that, the full-on boxing fundamentals aren't all there, matching him up against the real elite guys. And, the thing with Berlanga is, he picks his shots well. He picks his single shots really, really well, such as his big knockout shots. He picks his single shots well. His combos aren't great, though. He's not quick enough with them. He doesn't exactly have the best of boxing IQ. But, he is levels above McCrory. I'm just basing him off from what we're seeing from the comparing him to the real elite guys. Because, that's where people are talking about him. He probably will be in there with some of the top guys soon. He does need a few more fights like this, though. I feel like Berlanga, he's a talented guy, just needs to put his fundamentals together more. It would be good to see him use his jab more, to be honest. It would. But overall, I feel like he relies a lot on his power, and he's got the power there. So, there's no reason why he shouldn't. But I feel like with Berlanga, his defense is an issue. But against McCrory, I don't think it will affect him too much. I feel like McCrory's defense will be an issue here. McCrory, he likes to fight really with his lead hand down. He does like McCrory has got a decent jab, but I just don't think it'll be too effective. McCrory can be really, really reckless. And the thing is, when McCrory does like to throw quite a few lead hooks, if he's throwing a lot of his lead hooks against Berlanga, he's going to get badly knocked out because he leaves. I know he just leaves space to be hit. And when you're up against someone like Berlanga and you've got the power that Berlanga's got, then it's it'll be dangerous, to be honest with you. Berlanga likes punching from mid range. He'll be able to catch McCrory, and Berlanga's really good at setting up those good single shots. So it'll be worrying for McCrory if he just like when he eventually drops his hands and makes a mistake, he's gonna get knocked out. I don't think he's as good as Jason Quingley. I don't think it's gonna be a good night for McCrory at all, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I think Berlanga, a good thing about him is that he, as I've been saying, he picks his shots really, really well, and he's really good at finding that opening. And McCrory leaves too many openings. He leaves too many openings. When you're against someone like Berlanga, it's dangerous. Like McCrory's being put in there as a guy for Berlanga to easily knock out, in my opinion, and for Berlanga to go out there and gain more confidence. Because after that performance against Quingley, yes, he dropped him 4 times, but you look at what Demetrius Andrade did to Jason Quingley, and then you look at what Berlanga did. Demetrius Andrade got him out of there in 2 rounds. Berlanga went the distance with him. And that's the thing. Like, you know what? It was a dominant win from Berlanga. Dropped him 4 times. But it's like he was looking poor at times, to be honest with you. Needed to use that lead hand more. Needed to jam more. I just feel like we needed to see Berlanga mix it up more. And I feel like we are going to see more confidence from Berlanga here, because McCrory's a guy who leaves openings. He leaves openings a lot to the body at times, and up top as well, just whenever he throws that lead hook especially. And he's going to be, really trying to come in strong. McCrory's going to get reckless. He's going to get caught with some big shots, and he's going to get knocked out. It's obvious. Look, McCrory's an unbeaten guy, and he is tough. He is tough, but he's not fought someone with the power of Edgar Berlanga. He has not fought anyone like Berlanga. Berlanga's levels above the guys that McCrory has fought. It's a bad night for McCrory, and it's an easy matchup for Berlanga. It is an easy matchup for him. And, the thing is, yes, but I do think that, yes, Berlanga does need to build himself up more before he fights these elite guys in the division. But McCrory's not that kind of guy. I don't really think it's one where Berlanga's going to be able to learn too much and get a load of rounds in. I feel like McCrory's going to drop quite early on, and that's going to be it. But, it will be good to build Berlanga's confidence. But it's like, who's McCrory really beaten? It's just an easy fight for Berlanga. The levels are going to be shown here. It would have been like, yes, I feel like Berlanga just needed to fight someone like with a better record, and just someone who won't just be there for the taking. Someone who will actually have a heartbeat in there. Yes, McCrory's unbeaten, but levels are going to be shown here. 100% they will be. McCrory's not as good as Jason Quingley. He is not as good as Jason Quingley. Nowhere near, in my opinion. Nowhere near. Quingley beats McCrory 100%, to be fair. Outboxes him. I feel like Quingley is way more skilled than McCrory. McCrory's so reckless. When you're going in and trying to get up close to Berlanga, and you're that reckless, Berlanga's just going to easily be able to catch you. And yeah, it's going to be a brutal knockout. It's going to be inside 4 rounds, inside 5 at least, to be fair. Berlanga might take his time. You never know. But yeah, like, this is done in 5 rounds, 100%. Anyway, gentlemen, this video. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.